Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the cave. It's good that you're here because, as you can see, I was just setting up for a string change on Harley, and it hit me. It's like, whoa, I should be doing a video, but not a string change video. This is RJ'sCave's 5 reasons to buy a Harley Benton. So, before we get started, real quick, for those of you that might not know, Harley Benton is a house brand for a company called Thomann. Thomann is located in Germany, and they're basically the largest musical instrument and accessory retailer in all of Europe. Harley Benton is Thomann, Thomann is Harley Benton, and this is still RJ'sCave's 5 reasons to buy a Harley Benton. Number 1, their website. Now you would think that Thomann, because they're so huge, their website would be hard to navigate. Totally not true. I like to go there just to kind of drool over the Harley Bentons and plan my next purchase. And for me, it's 3 clicks. Okay, I go, once I'm at the home page, I click on the guitar/bass icon in the banner, and then I see in the next page it's just a picture of a guitar, and then there's a picture, different types of things that they sell. So I click on the guitar, and it comes to a page where it's all different varieties of guitars. Okay, and on that page I go right down to the bottom, and there's a whole bunch of brand names in big boxes. Click on Harley Benton, and now I am taking a look at every Harley Benton branded electric guitar that they sell. That's roughly 20 pages of 25 per page. So with the exception of the last page is usually half empty or so. So you're talking less than 500, near 500 guitars. That's 3 clicks, and I have access to 500 guitars. Before we go too far, if you're liking what you're seeing, then please hit the like button, consider subscribing, and hit the notification bell as well. All right, that way you get notified whenever we drop a new video. This brings us to number 2, which is selection. All right, the selection that you get with Harley Benton is crazy. I mean, like I just said, 20 pages of 25 guitars per page, almost 500 in total. So you can find whatever you want, whether it's a headless modern guitar, a classic progressive style, double cut, if you want a jazz guitar, whatever. You not only can find it, it's not like you can't find a lefty if you need it, or anything. I mean, it's just, the selection is huge. Don't let any thoughts that the selection is not going to have what you like prevent you from at least looking. All right, I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to find whatever it is that you want. You're thinking, RJ, selection is great, but what about the price range? Well, the thing is, the price ranges on these guitars, it starts at like 80 bucks for a solid full-scale electric guitar, all the way up to like $600-700 range right now. I mean, that's a pretty wide range, and within that range, you can even go subset. Let's call it. You could, if your budget is $200, let's say, and not including shipping and all that, but let's say you have $200 to spend on a guitar. If you go looking for at guitars under this brand, Harley Benton, that are $200 and less, you're going to find 2 or 3 guitars that are going to fit with what you're looking for. It's really is. They've done such a phenomenal job of having enough to cover everybody's wants and needs, from the beginners to the more serious musicians that just don't have a lot of money to spend. And the value you get, well, that's number 4 on our list. Okay, because I know when you're thinking selection and price, you got to be wondering, is it really worth it though? Right? So that comes down to quality and value. Well, the quality is really there. As somebody who's purchased 2 Harley Bentons, I'm being perfectly honest when I tell you that both guitars came to me in condition that I thought was exceptional for the price range, and really good overall for any guitar, really. On my second one, it's perfectly playable right out of the box, no flaws whatsoever, and that's a B stock. Well, actually, they're both B stock. That's another story. But as B stocks, their quality is phenomenal. And so I have no problems with buying another one anytime soon. So as far as the value, well, what you pay for is worth about, it feels like on the low end anyway, because that's where I've been hanging out with my two purchases, it feels like you're getting 2 to 3 times the value. I mean, my red Harley Benton, aka Harley, was $106 pre-COVID, shipped as a B stock. They were like $130 new when I got it. Now they're $150, so you have an idea what the pricing is. But at $106, I mean, you couldn't, I remember when I was first starting out, you couldn't find anything for $100, $106, $110. I mean, it was all junk. And this was a perfectly playable guitar equipped with a Floyd Rose and a locking nut, gold hardware, pickups with good magnets in them for $106. That's crazy. The other one is this one here. I'm going to be doing a review on it soon. This one is all mahogany. This was in perfect condition. They're going for about $200 new now as I do this video. This was an in-house demo model. So the pick guard came up to me a little scratched up, but other than that, in perfect condition, except for one little thing right here, which is an imperfection in the neck that they fixed at the factory, but is still noticeable. But again, tiniest little thing. You barely notice it. Most people wouldn't even notice it. Other than that, this is flawless, $160. And it's mahogany. Neck, set neck, not neck through. I was going to say neck through. Set neck, mahogany construction. That's pretty much unheard of at this price point. So yes, the quality and the value are definitely there when you're buying Harley Benton. Before we go on to number 5, I just want to make it clear to everyone that I am not being paid for anything that's going on in this video. I'm just a fan of Harley Benton, and I'm looking to share this information with you guys so that you can become fans of them too, or if I can allay any fears you have about making a purchase from them. But no one over at Harley Benton or Tolman or anybody in any way related to them has given me any money for anything I'm saying here, okay? And while we're here, if you're this far into the video and you're liking what you're watching, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, right? And please don't go away just yet. At the end of this video, there's going to be some boxes that pop up where you'll be able to watch more videos from the channel. And when you click on those boxes, you help be the guitar player. So there's that too. So thanks. All right, so number 5. Number 5 is shipping. Now, I know for especially you guys in the United States and some other countries, shipping is a bit of a question right now, right? It's been that way for a while because of the whole COVID thing. So I'm just going to tell you what I went through, right? Pre-COVID with this guitar, my Harley Benton, my red one. They're both Harley Bentons. The red one was pre-COVID, and it took about a month to get to me, and it cost me about $35. During that time, I found out that if it got lost in shipping, it would take 90 days before I could even make a claim in order to get my money back. So while everything went smoothly, it took longer than it should have because they originally said it 3 weeks. And it got a little nerve-wracking. You know, once things get lost in customs, you don't know where they're gonna go. So, but other than that, the shipping was a good experience. Now, with the blue one here that I picked up and I have yet to do a review on, look for it soon. That one was during COVID. We're still kind of at the end of COVID. We're supposed to be coming out of it now here in the United States, finally. When I purchased this, the only option for the United States was UPS 3-day shipping for $65. It ended up being really worth it because that 3-day shipping, although it ended up being 5 days, it never leaves UPS's hands. So you'll know the moment that it's lost, and be able to get your money back right away. Plus, it's UPS. They're known to be the best for a reason. So that's my experiences. I found it ultimately to be worth the extra money to go UPS. If they ever come back with the basic option again, I might do it, and I still might do it, but only in a certain situation. You know, if it's going to offer me the ability to get more gear for one low shipping price versus any other options that they have, I might do that. But one guitar on its own, I might just spend up and go with the UPS 3-day shipping. So, but as far as their customer service during the whole experience and everything, spot on. These guys are good, and they'll take good care of you. So don't worry about that as far as the whole experience goes. Don't worry about that at all. So what's the bottom line then, right? That's where we're at right now. Well, if you're asking me, RJ, I'm looking at a Harley Benton, and I want it. I'm not sure. I think I should pull the trigger. It looks good to me. What do you think? Well, I think based on my personal experience with Harley Benton that I'm going to be buying a lot more from them. I don't think there's any reason for someone to not buy a Harley Benton as their first instrument or their second instrument or their 100th instrument. Excuse me, 100th instrument. Sorry about that. Let's take a quick look. It's a brand that's backed by, it's a quality brand backed by a quality company. They've got a huge selection, and the pricing is low enough that you got to wonder if they're making any money for themselves. And the shipping seems to be as good as you can expect, at least in my experience, being that I'm in the United States and they're in Europe. And this is a post-COVID world we're living in. I see no reason why you shouldn't buy one if you're considering one. The only thing I'll say about anything about Harley Benton, being in the United States, I'm not sure that buying an amplifier from them is good for me. I know that a lot of the times when you go look at amplifiers on their website, when you're from the United States, you get a little pop-up that gives you a warning that this amp will only work in Europe. It's set up for Europe. So I don't know that they can get them made for the United States. Maybe they can. I haven't looked a whole lot at them. I tended to stay away once I started seeing that. So I'm not necessarily crazy about the idea of buying one of their amps simply for that reason. If you were to ask me about the quality, I personally have no experience using their amplifiers, but everything points to them being as high quality as possible, just like the guitars, at the lowest price possible. And some of the amp cabinets have Celestine speakers. Those are usually $100 or more a piece. And the cabinet is like $200. It's got two of them in it. So how do you do that? Okay, so I'm pretty sure the quality is there. I think for some people, you should check and make sure that it's going to work in your country. All right, if you're talking about amplifiers from them. But other than that, I have no qualms about the quality of the brand. If you're thinking about buying something from Harley Benton, I would definitely go for it. I would definitely tell you, go ahead and go for it. This has been RJ's Caves. 5 reasons to buy a Harley Benton. Take it easy.